Hey there! Welcome to Let's Talk Easy English, the podcast where we make English simple, fun, and full of real stories. So sit back, relax, and let's talk easy English together.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Easy English, the podcast where we talk about the things most people think about but rarely say out loud. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Mia. Tonight's topic, the art of being alone. You know that thing everyone's secretly afraid of, but somehow we all need it.
Exactly. Some people call it loneliness, others call it freedom. So let's talk about what it really means to be alone, and maybe how to fall in love with it. So, Mia, be honest. Do you enjoy being alone?
Depends. If alone means lying on the bed, scrolling through my phone with snacks, then yes, I'm a professional.
That's not solitude, that's Netflix survival mode.
Okay. Serious answer. Yes, I've learned to enjoy being alone. It used to scare me though. I thought being alone meant no one cared. But now I see it as space to breathe, to hear my own thoughts again.
Yeah, I get that. I used to fill every quiet moment with noise, music, calls, even random YouTube videos, because silence felt uncomfortable.
Exactly. We've built a world that's allergic to silence. People wear headphones even while walking in nature.
You mean me? I can't even go to the bathroom without a podcast.
You need help, Ethan. But seriously, being alone isn't about isolation. It's about connection with yourself.
That's poetic. I think being alone teaches us what we actually like, not what the world told us to like.
Yes, when you're always surrounded by others, you start living their life. But when you're alone, you finally start living yours.
Okay, let's talk about the difference between being lonely and being in solitude, because people often mix them up.
Right. Loneliness is when you're craving connection. Solitude is when you're choosing space.
So, loneliness is I have no one, while solitude is I have myself.
Exactly. You can be surrounded by people and still feel lonely, but you can be totally alone and feel peaceful.
That's deep. You ever felt lonely even when you had friends around?
Oh, many times, especially in my early 20s. I was always with people, parties, group chats, work events, but somehow I felt invisible.
Yeah, like you're there but not really seen.
Yes, and then I started spending time alone intentionally, like taking a walk by myself or having coffee alone. At first, it felt weird. I was that person pretending to text so I wouldn't look awkward.
I've done that too. You open your phone like, yeah, super busy, texting no one.
Exactly. But then it became comfortable. I started enjoying the quiet. You realize that the world doesn't care if you sit alone. It's all in your head.
That's the crazy part. We're more afraid of what others might think than what we actually feel.
Yup. Solitude gives you the power to know yourself instead of performing for others.
So being alone isn't sad, it's self-awareness training.
Exactly. Alone time is like charging your emotional battery.
Love that. So basically, solitude is Wi-Fi for the soul.
Yes, quote that.
So what's the biggest lesson you've learned from being alone?
That peace doesn't come from people, it comes from presence.
Woo, that's a quote.
It's true though. When I was younger, I thought happiness meant being with someone, a partner, friends, anyone. But then I realized if I can't enjoy my own company, I'll always depend on someone else for peace.
I totally relate. I used to jump from one relationship to another because silence felt empty. But one day, I just stopped. I spent a weekend alone, no phone, no friends, and I actually felt alive.
That's rare these days. Most people can't handle that kind of quiet.
It's like detox for the mind. You realize how loud your thoughts are when everything else goes silent.
Right. Being alone teaches emotional independence. You learn to comfort yourself, to understand your triggers, and to grow without needing validation.
That's so true. And once you know how to be alone, relationships stop being about need and start being about choice.
Yes, you don't look for someone to fill your emptiness anymore. You look for someone to share your fullness with.
That's beautiful.
You should write that down.
Already did, mentally.
Classic, Ethan.
Okay, serious talk aside, what's the funniest thing you've done alone?
Oh, God. One time, I ordered pizza for 2 people just so the delivery guy wouldn't think I was alone.
Wow, that's next level self-deception.
I know, right? And then I ate the whole thing anyway.
Respect. For me, it's talking to my plants. I even named one of them Steve.
Of course you did. How's Steve doing?
Dead. Turns out he hated my motivational speeches.
Poor Steve.
But jokes aside, humor makes solitude lighter. When you can laugh with yourself, you've mastered it.
Exactly. If you can dance, sing, and talk to yourself without shame, you're officially free.
So basically, being alone turns you into a weirdo, but a happy one.
The best kind of weirdo.
So let's leave our listeners with something practical. How can they start embracing solitude without feeling lonely?
First, stop calling it being alone. Call it spending time with yourself. The language changes the feeling.
Nice. What else?
Create small rituals, like morning coffee alone, journaling, or going for a walk without your phone. Little moments that help you reconnect.
Yeah, and maybe stop seeking distraction every second. Not every silence needs to be filled.
Exactly. Let silence speak.
That's powerful. I think another step is don't wait for others to give you love. Start giving it to yourself.
Yes. Take yourself on a solo date. Watch a movie alone, travel solo, or just sit by the window with music. You'll discover how whole you already are.
And the funny thing is, once you're okay being alone, you actually attract better people.
Because your energy says, I'm complete.
Exactly. Not desperate, not lonely, just peaceful.
That's the art of being alone. It's not about closing doors. It's about opening the one within.
So, if you're listening to this right now, maybe alone in your room, remember, solitude isn't a punishment, it's a privilege.
Yes, because in the quiet, you meet yourself, the most important person you'll ever know.
Beautifully said. All right, that's it for today's episode of Let's Talk Easy English.
If you enjoyed this talk, share it with someone who might need a little peace.
And until next time, learn the art of being alone so you'll never feel lonely again.